Last time on Thrash.
You see that? You see that?
Snap.
I now have enough space to store about 30 cars. So on a drive in April, take you to the track. I've said this before, buy a car, come drifting. What do we have here? Oh, you know, just an old D1 car. Many people are familiar with NK Company and many people aren't familiar with NK Company. It's Kawakami's little shop down in Hyogo. He built some of the coolest cars over the past, I don't know, 20 years or something that were like the perfect mix of like extremely serious drivetrain and extremely stylish car. You can insert some pictures of the cars he's built over the years, but this was his personal car. He told me he bought just a bone stock S14, maybe I think 20,000 miles on it. He just stripped the car completely down to the bare shell, then painted the whole thing Majora. So there's still some remnants of that inside and in the engine bay. Right now, I sent the piping and the turbo inlet to get shaved and polished. I'm trying to bring it back to the way he had the car, maybe 2007, 8, 9, 10 or so. Whee! Polishing this stuff, and then next I'll bring this in to get polished. I tried my best at just hand polishing the stuff that was semi-shiny. Tomei 2.2, and the head is HKS Step 3, which they don't sell anymore. It's like those coated rocker arms and all that stuff. And he gave me some extra rocker arms and stuff, so that's pretty cool. This is a stock S14 lower intake manifold, to a Pulsar GTIR ITB plenum, to a Yashio Factory SR plenum, which is pretty cool and really extreme, and I like that kind of stuff. He was sponsored by Koyo, so he has the special made radiator, and he has like a, this isn't a breather tank, this is just like his overflow. The breather tank's back there. And then he has this oil cooler and then a water cooler, which is kind of interesting. This comes off of the heater hoses at the back of the motor. That's a first for me, seeing that. Silver carbon covers. It's not tubbed, it's just covers. The fuse box and stuff is under there. No accidents in this car, he's just like tapped it a little bit. The turbo is HKS GT3240. He just had it retuned because I'm not gonna use race gas. I'm just using pump gas because it's easier. 1 bar, it's at like 470 or something crazy, which is a lot. That's pretty fucking sweet. I guess we can look inside. His company actually made Aero that used to be on this car, and he made this dash as well, but all the molds and stuff are gone. I can turn this on for just a second. The car's got HKS F-Con, HKS sequential 6-speed, this cool HKS computer thing. He used to have a stack meter, but then he just decided to put this in there and go back to the stock gauge cluster. Pretty much that's it. And this, obviously this cage, which is pretty extreme. Like normally he wouldn't do all this, but as he was starting to do D1, the regulations got more and more crazy, so the car got more and more crazy. It's not necessarily his style, but that he was just going with the times, so this is where it ended up and he stopped. And the whole chassis is spot welded, like on all the OEM seams. That was all done when the car was painted this color. Fuel system is back here, batteries back here. And you can see like, this is pretty clean considering it's a car that's lived in Kansai. If you ever look at any other car from this area, yeah, anyways, you'll know. But this cage is pretty fucking gnarly, as you can see. This is really cool. I think his style kind of matched with mine, where it's like, I'm not super competitive, but I do like to have a car that is competitive. Yeah, and just take it at my pace. I'm not in a competition with anyone. I don't have anything to prove to myself or anyone. Like, I'm totally chill. I'm just like, shit, I'll buy it. Whatever. I actually checked this car out for somebody else, and they were like, I'll pass. Then I thought about it for a second and was like, when do you ever get a chance to buy a car at this price with this much cool stuff on it and this much history? And I also thought that it was cool to get another car that's like from a Kansai legend, you know what I mean? Like the yellow car was built by Kuroi and driven by another guy from Team Excite, who's another old school legendary team. And Kawakami built this car. It was featured in magazines, videos, all kinds of stuff. Not let these cars fall in the hands of people who would do what they did to the Weld S14, or just someone who's like, okay, cool drift car, doesn't give a fuck and just goes and crashes it and well, next, you know? I haven't even seen the underside of this car. So we're gonna put it in the air and I'm gonna change the coilovers to D-Max because I love them. I'm not too sure what's on here, but I know it's not D-Max, so I'm gonna change it. He's sponsored by Megan, and I would normally probably change that, but these look extremely custom, so fuck it, I'll leave them.
Yep, look at that hell little support brackets shit.
Yeah, these brackets seem like,
Hella thick.
yeah, way different.
Oh, there's your little catch can.
Yeah, out of the way, no AC, solid bracket.
Man, why your frame rails ain't bent?
Because
You're supposed to be a professional drift car.
not a professional crash car.
Why it ain't fucked up? Oh, look at the bracing. Some custom brace job.
This is cool too. I thought maybe I would have to change the whole thing, but
He must have custom did this himself.
this shit's so thin. Use your nail, you can hear it.
Kind of like titanium, maybe.
Yeah, that's.
It's not titanium, it's just one millimeter. Same as Bai's S13.
Bro, no damage.
Yeah, he said all braced, all custom.
All in here.
GTR.
I need those.
I got another one too. He gave me two.
Let me get that, car.
No.
I need a diff, bruh.
Nope.
Come on, car.
Nope.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen that.
Making sure that shit is not gonna pop.
First time I've ever seen this.
Man, tighten your pipe.
No, I think just so it has,
Flow out.
no, just like, so it doesn't pull on this. You know what I mean? If you hit this, it's gonna bend this. But if this has a little play in it, this will bend. You know what I mean?
I think it's just to get the flow fucking from out from under the car.
Yeah, because this goes straight into the fucking floor pan.
All right.
No, I'm saying I think it's loose for that reason.
Maybe.
Yeah. No, definitely it's to go that way. But I'm saying,
There's no slit in it, so can't tighten it. Yeah. Probably.
Now, unfortunately, I was told to be at the shop a little earlier, but the bus decided to take a bit longer for me to get to the shop. However, Yusuf, Ag have already started work on a car that just arrived to the shop for the first time. Pretty sure Yusuf is pretty excited to get started on it.
I bought a car. It's fucked up. I wanted a daily that wasn't a drift car. I'm not the type of person who wants to drive around like a fucking Sylvia that's all bouncy and rattly and shit. And I'm not gonna spend over like 3 million yen for a nice Sylvia to daily. I bought this. Nice. GR86, only 3,000 miles on it. Brand new, RZ, top grade, super cheap. Obviously crashed. But, you know, you saw the body shop, so just call Toyota, ask for all the parts, and this thing, you won't even know it's crashed. So the engine and everything starts, but as you can see, AG's got his hand in there because I can't fit my big-ass American hand in this tight spot to get built out. But we tested it at the yard, and it started, so we're just trying to get all this crunch shit out of the way so we can
Let it idle.
actually start it properly. And either way, engine's got to come out, so first we'll let it run, do some stuff, and then take the engine out.
Connector, okay.
Well. It looks like one of the cars have returned, but unfortunately in a condition that neither of us wanted. If you guys remember, this was AG's Corvette, but unfortunately the carbon fiber doors are no more and is in a very, very shattered condition. I think what makes it worse is I'm pretty sure these doors were one-offs.
You drive a fucking nice car on the street. He was just chilling. Here's your fucking Sylvia that you can't buy any parts off. You know, like, it's not worth it. That car, I can just call Toyota and get all this shit literally delivered tomorrow. Every single part I need to fix this car, I can order tomorrow or have it by tomorrow. Fuck that. I'm not fucking driving a Sylvia around.
Welcome back to your daily report from Alex, coming from the Thrash location, because we're going to update you guys on everything that's going on at the moment. So the GR has obviously a crunched face, which needs a facelift pretty soon, but for the most part, the car runs, and we're just going to be figuring out whatever parts need to be replaced to get it back on the road. However, it has been a frustrating week, not because like we've been working on stuff or lack thereof, really. New Year's is the time for Japan where like they're pretty much not working for the holiday and we can't get anything shipped to get here on time. This thing's been waiting for it throughout or whatever parts it's need for just about a month, and it's apparently supposed to be on its way. And as for the S14's polished parts, was just finished today, so it should be here sometime tomorrow and we'll be able to get back on this. What's going to be happening next is probably going to be Tom's car, as AG has been working on the motor. Let me show you guys right here. AG has been getting the motor back together, which has been in an interesting state since they first got it. Jesus Christ, we got more and more origin parts just, you know, laying around everywhere, carbon fiber wings and such. But yeah, we have the motor here. It's getting worked on, looking pretty nice and clean, you know, pretty much for a fresh install. I don't think there is much done to this one. No like full-blown engine rebuild or anything like that. No refresh to the point where we'll be able to get it to run alongside all the rest of the TD06 cars that's going to be filling the shop as more cars come in and out. And with the whole holiday thing, that does include Andre's R34, as we're still waiting for the mounts. As we showed you guys before, he does need RB20 mounts to fit his RB25. And then that's kind of it for terms of update on what cars are going to be being worked on and what's to be expected, at least within the next couple of days. I'm assuming the next thing we're going to probably start doing is the S14, because, you know, it's just the housing, put everything back together. And the car is going to be going out sometime. But when that is, you'll have to wait.
Trying to take a serious video.
Do your serious video, sir. You gotta cut this out.
Yeah, you said you wanted to be in the video.
That's bullshit.
So, as I showed you last time, we dropped off the piping and turbo housing. They did a way better job than I expected. I just looked up Osaka polishing on Google. I got a website that popped up. It was in Higashi, Osaka, which is known for all the, yeah, you should just see the kind of work. This is like one of those cast Gretty elbows that is not so cast anymore.
Bro, it looks like fake. Get his reflection in it.
Yeah.
Shit's fucking crazy.
This is an actual HKS turbo parts number, but it just had the Garrett writing on it. And I told them, you know, just get rid of the letters and polish it. So yeah, and the rest of the piping and stuff is here too. So I'm gonna put that on now before we all get in a van with the owner of Origin and go to Tokyo Auto Salon for
2 days.
a day and a half, 2 days-ish. So yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Masui Kinma, Higashi Osaka. Masui Kinma. If you're in, I don't care if you're just in Kansai, if you want stuff polished, dude, this guy, super nice, super friendly, was really stoked to hear about our projects. We dropped off 2 valve covers for Tom and Julian, so they're getting polished too, and then this one will go, but I'm gonna drive this in a week, so just had to get it back together before you do the valve cover.
Of course, in Thrash fashion, we got a call to get ready shortly after we got the S14 running, so this would be it before we actually would head out to Tokyo Auto Salon, which that will probably be the next video or shortly after. As usual guys, thank you guys for watching another video of Thrash, and we will see you in the next one.